Here we have got one important question here. See here on the left hand side we have got cubical value, this cubic equation we have got, and on the right hand side we have got some other function of cos square x. It is not cos square x, cos square half x, right? Now we'll try to understand. So the solution is basically, we have already discussed, solution is nothing but yc plus yp. Yc is nothing but complementary function and yp is particular integral. So y value we have to find, that means combination of this and this we have to do. First we'll find out the complementary function. It is quite easy. What we are going to do is that auxiliary equation we have to find. Auxiliary equation in the sense, whatever is the d value, in place of d substitute m, so it will become m cube plus 1 equal to 0, equated to 0 in order to get auxiliary equation. Now we have to find the roots of this. How to find the roots of this? Since it is a cubic equation, we can go by calculator, or other method is nothing but synthetic division method we can use. First see all the variables are there or not. See here m cube is there, but m square is not there, m is not there, but constant term 1 is there. Simple. Coefficients you write row wise. So what will happen? M cube coefficient 1, m square is not there, so 0, m is not there, 0, last constant term is there 1. Now what we are going to do, this below this 1 it is always 0, always 0, okay, and you have to add this 2, you will be getting here 1. Next important thing here is nothing but, you can try the roots from plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, minus 2, plus 3, minus 3, so on you can try the roots. If we are getting at last 0, then it is fine, otherwise we have to keep on trying in this synthetic division, okay. Otherwise, in order to avoid that confusion, what we can do, substitute and see the m values here. If we are getting RHS 0, then that will be the root. Here, minus 1 cube plus 1 equal to what? Minus 1 cube is nothing but minus 1. Plus 1 if you do, you will be getting 0. That means you are getting RHS as 0. So I can try with minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 I will try. Now you'll ask me, if you are able to find out that m value substituting, after substituting minus 1, if you are getting m value as minus 1, then why not try all the numbers? The thing is that you will be trying the number only one time, right? You cannot keep on putting the values. What if the number roots are nothing but complex number? How can you substitute and see, right? So for that, what we are going to do, minus 1 we'll write here, then minus 1 into this part 1, it's minus 1, put it below 0, add this to 0 minus 1 is minus 1, again minus 1 into minus 1, put it over here, plus 1, add 0 and plus 1, which is plus 1, again minus 1 into plus 1, it is minus 1, add this to, it is 0. So when you're getting here 0, you have to understand that this is the root. Okay, we already understood by substituting, but still, this is the root. And from this, what you're trying to get? The equation. See here. Since it is 0, this part you observe. 1, minus 1 and 1. These are nothing but the coefficient for quadratic equation. See, we wrote for cubic equation, right? M power 3. Now, reduce one power, it is m square. So this 1 will be coefficient for m square, 1m square. This will be minus 1m. This will be plus 1 equal to 0. Done. This you have to understand, very important. Reduce the 1 power and write that equation. Now we have got one more quadratic equation. Now what we are going to do? Again synthetic division? No. We can directly get the value using what? Quadratic formula, or we can use the splitting a middle term if we are getting. So in this particular thing, if I try splitting a middle term, 1 into 1 is nothing but 1. Minus 1 I should get when I add. That is not possible only. That means you will be getting complex number as 0. So splitting a middle term or factorization method is not possible. So we can go by what? Quadratic formula. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Right? So what is the value of a, b, c? A is nothing but coefficient of m square 1. B is nothing but coefficient of m minus 1. C is nothing but coefficient of constant term 1. So substitute minus of minus 1, right? It will become plus 1, plus or minus square root of b square, once minus 1 square is 1, minus 4 into 1 into 1, it is 4, whole divided by 2a, so 2 into 1, 2. So answer you are getting 1 plus or minus square root of minus 3 divided by 2. Now minus 3, as we know, square root, inside the square root it will become root 3i divided by 2. Why I came? Because root I is, sorry, root of minus 1 is nothing but I. Okay. So what all numbers we have got? M value we are getting what? Minus 1 and 1 plus or minus square root of 3i by 2. So how many roots you should get? 3 roots. See here, plus or minus is there, right? That's why 3 roots. One will be plus, another will be minus, and minus 1 is there. So 3 roots you should get. We have to write the equation for this. So how to write? See here, all the roots are different or same. It is different. Now for minus 1, what you are going to do? See here, it comes under the category of real and distinct roots. But two combination are not there. Only one root we have got. So the yc value, so whenever you're getting m as some alpha, some real number, well, how to write yc value? C1 e power alpha x. Simple. So in this case, I can write for minus 1, yc is equal to C1 e power minus 1x, which is minus 1, minus x, okay, plus, for this part, this is nothing but a complex number. Complex number, how to write? See, whenever you are getting the complex numbers, so it will be in the form of what? Suppose m is equal to alpha plus or minus I beta. Okay. Alpha is nothing but real part, beta is nothing but the imaginary part. So yc value will be equal to e power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. This is how we have to write. Be careful with this. Now in this part, what is the real and imaginary part? I will split this part. So it will be 1 by 2 plus or minus root 3i by 2. So this part is beta, this part is alpha, real part. So it will be e power alpha x, right? So alpha is basically here 1 by 2, as I said, so it will be x by 2 and into c1 cos beta x. Beta x, as we know, it is root 3 by 2 x plus c2 sin beta x, again root 3 by 2 x. Okay, so this we got yc value. Now we have to go for yp. This was the question. So you have to write it in the form of what? 1 divided by whatever is the function of d, which is in the bracket, you have to copy paste. So d cube plus 1 into RHS part, we are having sine 3x. So we'll take separately, okay. First one, sine 3x, then minus sign is there, I'll put minus sign. 1 divided by, again d cube plus 1 into cos square half x. Okay, so we have taken separately this thing. Now both, which form it is there, both are in the form of what? But this is not in the form of, this is in the form of k sine ax, but this is not in the form of k cos ax, right? We have studied only these two forms in this particular thing, right? So cos square x, can I bring it in cos ax form? Yes, you can bring it. How to bring? See here, I am doing this part simplification. So cos 2x formula you might have studied. It is nothing but 2 cos square x minus 1, right? If I bring minus 1 that side, it will become plus 1. So 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2 is equal to cos square x. But I want what? Cos square half x. So here angle should be half. If I make this angle half, here also angle will become half. Angle, only angle will become half. Okay. So cos square half x will be equal to 1 plus cos 2 half is nothing but 1. So cos x by 2. This you have to understand. Don't make everything half. Okay. Angle we have to make it half. So this is the formula. Can I substitute over there? So in place of this thing, I am going to substitute this value. So this part I'll solve. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to split up everything. Okay. So this is first part, that is fine. Second part we are going to split up. So first part remains as it is. So yp value is equal to this, I'll consider yp1 plus minus. This minus is for the entire thing, okay, that you have to understand here. So this part if you split up, it will become 1 by d cube plus 1, okay, into 1 by 2 plus cos x by 2, right? So this is the thing. Now 1 by 2 and cos x by 2 can be again split up. So it will become yp is equal to yp1 minus, so 1 by 2 will come here, minus 1 by 2 into 1 by d cube plus 1, again minus 1 by 2 into 1 by d cube plus 1 into cos x. I hope you understood here. What I have done here, we will try to understand. See, minus sign, as I said, it is for both the all the things inside the bracket. So this 1 by 2, if you multiply here, so it will become this part with minus sign. Okay. Now cos x by 2, I have to multiply with this one. So it will become cos x this thing, and 2 is the denominator, that I have taken 1 by 2, and as I said, minus sign is for both the things, right? So minus signs will come here. This is very important thing that you have to consider. Now this has been split up into three parts, okay? So yp1, this I'll consider what yp2, this I'll consider what yp3. So three parts are there, so we'll solve one each part, okay? So we'll take up with yp1, which is nothing but this part, sin x by this thing. So I'll take yp1, which is given by 1 by d cube plus 1 into sine 3x. This was the question. Okay. Now, as I said before also, that this is in the form of sine k into sine ax, right? A is given, a is nothing but here 3. So we can substitute here d square value as what, minus a square. In this case, what is a? Minus 3 square. Minus 3 square value is nothing but minus 9, not plus 9. As we have discussed before, minus 3 square basic meaning is minus 3 into 3, not minus 3 into minus 3. Minus 3 whole square meaning is minus 3 into minus 3. Okay, so there is a difference between these two. So I have to substitute in place of d square as minus 9. But in this question there is no d square, right? But can I write it in this form? yp1 is equal to 1 by d cube. I will write it as d square into d plus 1. That is possible? Yes, it is possible, into sine 3x as it is. Now I will substitute the minus 9 here. So it will become minus 9d plus 1 into sine 3x. This is correct now. Now here minus 9d is there. I will make it as positive. So it will become yp1 is equal to 1 by 1 minus 9d, I'll write. This is more appropriate, into sine 3x. As we have discussed before, after substituting the first value of d square, you're getting again d in the denominator. I don't want d in the denominator, I don't want. Numerator it is fine. Because in denominator there is no other function, okay, of x. But in numerator sine 3x is sitting. Denominator, how to eliminate this d? As we have discussed before, we have to bring it in the form of a square minus b square. So we have to multiply it with what? 1 plus 9d divided by 1 plus 9d, right? So it will become, denominator if you observe, it will become a square minus b square, because this is a minus b into a plus b. So the numerator part will be 1 plus 9d into sine 3x divided by denominator part a square minus b square. So 1 square is 1 minus 9d the whole square, it is 81d square. Directly I have written 9d the whole square, right? This 9d the whole square, which is nothing but 81d square. So a square minus b square. After this, instead of d square, can I substitute again minus a square? Yes, you can substitute. Now what is minus a square? Again it is 3 only. So again I have to substitute minus 3 square, which is minus 9. So instead of d square, I will substitute minus 9. So yp1 will become 1 plus 9d into sine 3x divided by 1 minus 81 into minus 9, right? So this will be how much? Now this expand this bracket. So what will happen? Sine 3x into 1 is sine 3x plus 9d into sine 3x. Okay, divided by 1 minus 1 plus 81 into 9. So the total will be 730. Okay, 730. 729 plus 1, it is 730. So now what about this numerator d? Numerator d, as I said, there is no problem in numerator d because the d can be written as what? We have already done these problems. D by dx. D can be replaced as what? D by dx. Now what is the meaning of d by d? Differentiation of a function, any function with respect to x. Now there is some function sitting beside this thing, so I can differentiate that function. But in denominator there was no function here. Observe that thing. Okay. So that's why I said that you have to bring it in the numerator. D is fine, but denominator d is not fine. So here, so yp1 will become what? Sine 3x as it is plus 9 into differentiation of sine 3x. What is the differentiation of sine 3x? Cos 3x into, see, I'll do this thing, differentiation of, so I'll do one more step. So we'll do one more step so that you can avoid that confusion. So instead of d by dx of sine 3x divided by 730. Differentiation of sine 3x is cos 3x into differentiation of 3x, right? What is differentiation of 3x? 3. So cos 3x into 3, which is also said as 3 cos 3x, right? So yp1 will become sin 3x as it is plus 9 is also sitting here. 9 into 3 is how much? 27 cos 3x. Directly I am writing, okay, divided by 730. So this is the final answer we can say for yp1. So yp1 value we got. Done. Next we'll go for what? yp2. So now we'll go for yp2. So yp2 is given as what? 1 divided by 1 by 2 into 1 divided by d cube plus 1. Now here there is no term we have studied as what cases we have studied. We have studied k into cos ax, k into sin ax. Both the cases have similar properties. Now one more case before this we have studied k into e power ax. Now think that can I bring it in this form? Yes, you can bring it. You can just multiply with e power 0x, right? So that will be in this form. So whenever you are not getting any cases in this particular thing, we can just consider e power 0x. Okay, so e power 0x, what we did in that? In that we substituted d as what? A value. What is a value here? 0. E power ax, right? 0. So d you have to substitute as 0. So what will happen? So yp2 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 divided by 0 cube, which is 0, plus 1 into e power 0x. So which is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 1, right, into e power 0x. So we can directly write this and this, anything, anyways it is getting cancelled, and e power 0x is nothing but 1. So we are getting one constant value as 1 by 2. Okay, this is yp2, very simple. So yp3 is equal to what? 1 by 2 into 1 by d cube plus 1, right, into cos x we had. Now here also same thing we have to do. D square value we have to substitute as what? Here a value is what? A value is 1. Okay, so cos ax, right? So 1. So minus a square you have to substitute. So a value is 1 minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is minus 1, because minus 1 into 1, minus 1. So in place of d square you have to substitute. So again the same thing we are going to do. Just write d cube as d square into d plus 1, right? That is possible, into cos x. So instead of d square I am going to substitute that thing, that is nothing but minus 1 d plus 1, okay, into cos x. Now this is not looking appropriate, we'll just reverse it. So what will happen? yp3 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 divided by 1 minus d I can write, just reverse it, okay. No sign change, no sign change. into cos x. Now here in denominator again we have problem because d term has come after substituting d square as something minus a square. So we have to eliminate the d value. So multiply and divide with 1 plus d and 1 plus d, so that we will get it in the form of what, a square minus b square. So the equation becomes yp3 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 plus d into cos x divided by denominator part is a plus b into a minus b is a square. 1 square is 1 minus b square, this is b square. So again d square you can substitute as what, minus a square, which is nothing but, again a value will not change, it is nothing but the same thing, minus 1 square, which is minus 1. So substitute here, what will happen? So 1 minus of minus 1, so it will become 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2, right? We are getting 2 here. So I'll expand this bracket here. So expansion of this bracket, 1 by 2 into 1 into cos x is cos x plus d into cos x, whole divided by what you have to do, 1 plus 1 is 2. So this 1 and 2 and 2 will get multiplied. So you will be getting the answer as yp3 is equal to 1 by 4 into cos x plus, what about d here? Again d, some problem is there? No, there is no problem, because d can be substituted as what, d is nothing but d by dx. So you can substitute that thing. So what will it will become? So d by dx of cos x. What is the differentiation of cos x? It is nothing but minus sin x. So yp3 will become 1 by 4 into cos x minus sin x. So this is the answer for yp3. Now I have to combine all the things in order to get the answer. So the yp value will become what? Yp1 value we know, 1 by 730 into sine 3x plus 27 cos 3x. Yp2 value, see minus sign is there, be careful. So minus yp2 value will become 1 by 2. Then again one minus sign is there. Yp3 value just now we calculated, 1 by 4 into cos x minus sin x. So this is the answer for this thing, yp. Now what is the value of y? Y is nothing but yc plus yp. So directly this entire thing plus yc value out, right? So yc value we calculated as what, how much we got? So this is nothing but yc value which we calculated earlier. So this yc plus this yp entire thing will give you the y value, which is nothing but the solution.